field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, you don't want. Yeah, call us dangerous.
All right, Coach, under hazy, overcast L.A. skies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and our home team. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, set, 60 Pittsburgh.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, Charlie.
On second down, here's Locke. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw it is Locke. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Jerry Tillery in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Hey, Jet.
Here's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Hey, wahoo!
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey, lock it. Get it.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Go out. Hey, turn it up, turn it up. Check. 5.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Look at me, zipper.
On 2nd and 9, Lock. Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Sam off. Bang, bang. Go. Hey, exit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go. Move. Check hot. Check out.
Operating from the gun, Herbert, and lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42.
And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready?
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line.
Ready?
Back to throw. Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Tight go. Alert 3. Alert 3. 80 weapon. 149. Quit talking about it and bring it. Hurry up. Go.
Block now on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
8 read. 56. Oh, you got deep? Hey, orbit. 56 to Mike. 5.
Throwing on second and long. Lock. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a fourth and long.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. First and 10 at the 40. They started on the ground with Eckler. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Hey, lock it.
To throw on second down. Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
You don't want no problems
It's
with
a
me.
gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Let's go now. 30 base. Check. You're out. Check. Hit it.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A loss of 2 there. Second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Go.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught at the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood! Go.
From the gun, Herbert, he's going to air one out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. The intended receiver there, Allen. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a
blitz coming, and down he goes. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Leo!
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
On 3rd down, Locke. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Hey, team 6. 52. Hey, Sam off. Ready?
Throwing again. Herbert. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
A gain of 22. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, he's got Allen. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Set. 10-2 start. Bravo. Even. 4 down. Even. Hard. Check it back.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert going for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get...
Now Rock, he lost the football. It's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead now moves to 9-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Ready? 18 Gator. 49. Hey, they scared. 49 the mic. Hey, Charlie. Be careful.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Ready.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Squeeze. Ready.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay in the final seconds of the first half, and the Broncos have retaken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 2nd and 11. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He's got his man here. It's Green. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
And the Chargers.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
At the 37-yard line.
Let's go. 30 base. Go out.
It's Eckler again. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check 37. Check 37.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. He's going to have the 1st down past the 20. And finally taken down at the 26-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Leo. Here we go again.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. How about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Smooth. 6-man. Check girls, check girls, check girls. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Pick me up. Here we go. Get it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Locke dancing to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Come on.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
I got him. Hey, echo.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. Past the 20, 10. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down. Rock it. 5.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The kick by McManus is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a first down following a gain of 3. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. This pass finds its way to Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
20 more yards. That's another Chargers first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 31.
Come get some.
Squeeze.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rush is just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him to mess.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing a shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
Go!
39-yard line.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. 4 down.
A big spot now for the rookie lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And he's going to go down again. Uchenna Nwosu getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. This is fielded at the 7. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a one-point game.
Let's go.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Set 30 base. Hey, Alpha. Get it.
Looking to throw. Herbert, he's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Uchenna Nwosu in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Back to throw. Lock. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head